Hey everybody, I am here with, gonna do the rest of our cat. And today I got another great surprise from POLYFORM. They sent me their new clay, souffle, to try and play with. And I got all these great blocks and all these great colors, and I am so excited to make jewelry and stuff like this. And it gives me all the colors, and it's a lightweight clay, which makes perfect for jewelry making. Its strength and ability to hold detail makes it excellent clay for advanced techniques. These trendy colors make a bold, beautiful statement with any product, from jewelry to home decor. And I am so excited. So I want to thank POLYFORM products so very much for sending me clay, the new souffle clay. So I will be making a video with this coming up. I have actually two things I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a fairy house and with clay, and then I'm going to be doing something with the souffle clay. So I'm very excited. So again, thank you POLYFORM very much for sending me this stuff between vintage and souffle, and I have a couple more I don't want to talk about yet until I get them, but I'm very excited and so excited. Okay, so we are moving on with our cat. So I want to take my pencil. Oh, that's a pen. It would help if I moved my stuff and got a pencil. And come here, little friend. Okay. So I know that I am going to be erasing this, but for now, I should probably sharpen this too real quick. 1 second. I'm so excited to be doing getting responses from Vintage and from POLYFORM, and I'm going to use their stuff, and I'm just so excited. I have a few other things planned, so I think that'll be fun. All right, so I just want to draw the nose in so I know where the nose is going. The eye itself, I'm going to draw here, draw it back in. I kind of had it. And I'll play more with this when I'm done. But I want to give it just the idea, just so I know. So when I get there, I have an idea of what I'm working with. Now I'm going to go for these little cute little cheeks. And that, of course, starts in here and kind of goes all the way out. And then we all know I draw crooked. My hands just do their own thing. I'm going to kind of go like that. Some days I wonder how the hell I do draw. And I know that you guys who do have problems with your hands, like I do, know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, and then I want, so that's going to be his little puffy little cheeks. And then I'm going to go, I kind of wanted to keep this white, but we'll kind of just go with this right now. And I'll work with that once I get to, that's kind of going to be his chin, but I might make it a little wider, but I don't know. Okay? And then this will go, I'm going to put this in here pink. And then because this is his cheek, see, here's the issue. This is his chin. Kind of looks like a big tongue right now. But if I don't worry about that right now, and kind of put this in. Because then this would be going down a little bit more. Make it really be. And the thing is, when you're drawing cats, in all seriousness, nothing is wrong when you do it, because I have, well, bless her soul, we just lost another one a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago. But I have 3 cats here, and do I want it to be that fat, or do I want it to be a little fatter around this side, but not that much fatter. They all look different. Our one cat has like the real pointy nose and all that kind of thing, and then the other cat has this little beautiful little face and these humongous eyes, and they just all look different. So, you know, so kind of whatever your interpretation is what, you know, because they all are different. I did decide, I did decide I'm going to paint a light wash. Let me just squeeze some black paint out just a little bit. Okay. Just dry brushing it in, because I'm going to add some pink in there as well, because they are pink, but I don't want it to be like bright pink that like jumps off the and this is just dry brushed. I didn't wet my brush. I didn't, you know, I just kind of put my brush in the paint and scraped on. Now, I'm going to take it while I have it, and I'm not digging on this, which these can be fixed later, but I figured, well, this is dry brushing it, so it's not going to really go away the way I wanted it. I'm just trying to kind of, but that's all right. I got the ears situated. Okay. I'll put my brush in there, and I'm going to rinse that out so it's out. And then I'm going to go into my pink, and I'm going to go into a light pink. Just a dab. Because I want that pink in there, in that middle, but I want it, and it's okay that it's mixing, that it's a little dry still, because we'll go over it one more time. But that pink tone's going to be in there. And you can fix it with a smaller brush when we go back in. Okay, now I'm going to wash that brush, and what I'm going to do is take my smaller brush, and I'm going to go in, I'm going to paint her little nose, or his little nose. It's going to be a her, because I already decided what I'm putting to make it a her. And remember, if you're painting something like the nose or whatever, and you get some pink on the white, it doesn't matter. You can go over with your small brush, and I'm just going to kind of bring this down, because it's kind of like the inside and then the tongue. And I don't know if I'll do a couple coats on the nose, obviously. But I'm going to leave that pencil in on the bottom, because it does add a bit of dimension. I could, I might even highlight it, but I'm going to go in because I want the nostrils to kind of show like through here. So, you know, I'll just let that dry, and then I'll do another coat. And sometimes, I don't know about when, I don't know if it'll be this one or not, but I will, okay, I'm going to take I will outline everything in marker. And I do that with certain things. Will I do it with this? I don't know. Should I have put some of my stuff away before I start painting? Maybe. I got more stuff out to use, and then, you know. But what I'm going to do is add the teeniest bit of black. And I'm going to go right here with it. And it's what you can see my brush is wet, and I'm okay with that. And I'm going to add some white to that. And mix it around. I might need a little bit more white. Now, I could have used, now that would have been a little bit too, I was going to say titanium buff, but I think that might have been a little bit too beige. Okay, so this is wet, and I'm going to dab it off over here just to get a lot of the color off. And you can even wipe it on your paper towel a little bit if you want. And yes, it's a little bit gray, but, and then I'm going to go in here and I'm going to erase off these pencil marks so I can still see them a little bit, but not so much. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to go around and I'm going to paint. And you'll see why there's a method to my madness, always is. Now, you see, I hope you can see, it's hard because I'm kind of, you can see that I'm painting over this brownish gold and that kind of thing, and that's okay because we can always go back in and add those details. Remember that. And I'm going to go into the cheek area. And I'm going to leave those pencil marks in there because I'm going to kind of, well, you'll see. But I'm going to get these cheeks in here too. Now you're probably saying, why are you doing a light gray? But you'll see. You'll see. And just do the best that you can around. If you accidentally go on some of the black, it doesn't matter. You can, nobody says you have to keep all that black there. Then just kind of take your brush and make it go over it. You know, it's okay. There's no, you're not hurting anything. You're just having a blast painting. And then I'm going to go over here. And everything I have white right here, I'm just going to do. And I'm going to leave that pencil line there so I have an idea for when I go back in. Go around the eye. And you just kind of do your thing. Because remember, I don't know if you ever realized, but I don't have any cats that have perfect markings unless you buy a very expensive cat. My cats are all, what are they called? Tabbies? Rescues. That, you know. Now, you can go in with the white. See, because I want this to have texture and to be white and really show the texture, I'm going to do the same down here. Now, you don't have to do, you know, you don't have to do this, but I'm going to be putting another coat of white over it. I'm going to just leave a little bit of a line there. A little bit of white over it to, I'm just kind of squiggling in there because fur, that's what it does. So is my hair, actually, which is kind of mixing with that gray I got going on. And this is a very, very light gray. If you have a very, very light, you know, gray from craft paint or whatever, you can use that. Or even use that and mix a little bit of white in it. These are just the colors I had sitting here, and I'm not going to worry about it too much. I want my white to feather through. You know, so we're going to be hitting up the detail soon. Now, I do know that I need to rinse my brush. Rinsing, rinsing, rinsing that brush. Rinsing, rinsing, rinsing that brush. Are you rinsing it? Now I'll probably not do a second coat on that, on the gray, since I'm going to be going over it with white. But who knows? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around with a little bit of black. Draw my brush off better. Get a little bit of black on the brush. I squeeze from here and then I just pick up or I take from the lid. I don't know why. It just saves me. It saves me some stuff. All right, so because I know the eyes are going to go kind of there, I'm going to kind of go in and take this a little closer to the eyes before I work on them. And you don't have to. You can do whatever color you want. Maybe you want more gold, you know, the golden brown there. Maybe you want it to be white. I don't know. It is so up to you. These are just the colors I chose and what I'm doing. And you guys can do whatever colors that you want. Whatever way you want it. Do you have to do it like this? Hell no. Hail to the no. Now I got some black left on here and I'm just going to kind of squiggle it. Just to give that little texture. The fur. Hello, little fur. I don't know, you guys can't really see down there. I did not know that. But now I do. Okay. And then some, kind of just pouncing some fur. Because it all blends. Even after it's dried, no big deal. So, I'm kind of good there. I'm going to go into here, kind of. Okay, now I'm going to go back in with some of the pink into the ear. Let's both of these off. Grab the little paper towels. Okay, so now I'm just taking my regular, this is medium magenta. That's not what I want to use, sorry. Grabbed the wrong one. Valentine pink. This is just from Apple Barrel. And I'm going to squirt some out. Okay, anytime now. Any minute now. I know it's coming. Oh, yep, of course. It either doesn't come or it comes all together. Oh, and there's a nice piece of, could be my hair falling out. I don't know. It's a long piece. All right, so now I'm going to go in with that pink over top of it and just kind of add it in. So it's not so bright. My goodness. So it's not so pink as the background, but it still has shadow. I'm still going to put some kind of hairs going in on there from his little ears. I'm just painting it in, just so it's just not so bright. Now, I'm gonna do a tail on him also, on her, on him, on her. Everything's a him to me. I don't know why, even though I'm doing a her. Okay. So now I can make this a little, grab a little bit more paint. Just make this a little bit more. And after it dries, if I want more, I can put it in. It is your painting. You do whatever the heck you want. Okay, so before I move on, I need to figure out, what the heck did I get? I don't know what the heck it is. Okay, So he's a pretty big cat on here. Well, everything dries for a moment, so I'm going to kind of do a tail coming up. And I'm going to kind of have his tail coming up like this. And then kind of around. Should have thought about it before I did that background. And then I don't know why I did a little squiggle in there. I was getting all fancy with myself. I thought I was getting fancy. My hands were like, fancy cat. Fancy tail. Yeah. Like a big bushy tail. And remember, your lines are just your guidelines. You don't have to follow everything perfectly. Okay, so obviously his tail is going to be the colors of everything. Why am I so off? Like off the camera here. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the gray that I have left. Let me just draw my thing here. The gray that I have left, and I'm going to put that in as my gesso per se, because the pink really is the gesso on my well, I did gesso the cardboard, but to cover up the pink, because we don't want his tail pink. Or if you want his tail pink, I don't care. Make his tail pink. We can make a really funkadelish, you know, funkadelish, funka some shit. I don't know, but we can really make a really, you know, funky cat. But I'm going to kind of stick with the same colors. But that works great for, like I said, if you need a base coat, which essentially is what that is. And I didn't get my husband to put it in the dryer. Poop, poop, poop. That was in case any kids were watching. Which by now I'm sure their parents already know. Like, oh, can't watch that video. I try to be good. Okay. So that's going to dry. Now, I want to get to these eyes. Now, here's my debate. I can, which I'm probably going to end up taking the lightest color. I'm going to use paint on them, but I'm going to use a Faber-Castell big Faber-Castell Pit Artist Pen Big Brush. When Blitzy has these, I have all the colors. And I picked a few, but I think I'm going to go with light right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and trace the eyeball. And I'm going to go in, I'm probably going to have paint all over me, and trace the eyeball. Okay. So I know where I'm at. Now, God, I tell you what, I have been so dizzy. I mean, I know I'm wacko and dizzy and all that stuff, but it is getting so bad, the dizziness. I don't know what is going on. Having a hard time walking and just so dizzy. Ugh, sorry. So if I get lightheaded and pass out and I just and it's silence, you'll know. Just go about your day. You'll hear me scream, Dave. Done. Okay, because I'm gonna give her blue eyes. But I got my marker and I'm debating on, because it's so close to the eye, but because I really don't want, oh, that's a crappy marker anyway. Why did I get that one? I think I'm just going to go for it. Why am I going to worry? I just need to keep, I can put the white in, the blacks in. Okay, let me just take some black on my brush a little bit. Just a little bit on my brush. I'm going to do it. Everybody, I must get a day I'm talking about. I must get about 10 or so emails for me to show my art room. So I'm almost there, getting it, because I want it somewhat clean, And then I figured, well, I want to get it set up because I want to start making my jewelry again and selling it. And I got some stuff made and all kinds of stuff. So I'm like, okay, and my husband's been helping me. So I'm going to have it done soon so I can do a video, because I get more requests for, well, no, my most requests are for clay. And then I get a lot of requests for my room, to see my art room, which to me is boring, but I guess because it's mine. But people want to see the art room. And then my animals. People always want to see my animals. Let's go over this a little bit. And then I get, mixed media stuff. And I had to, what did I get the other day? Like 3 or 4 people asking me how to make cards. Can I show how to make cards? And I sent them to the Frugal Crafter. I don't do cards. There are some things that I just don't, I don't know. I just don't do. Plus, I don't buy cards for people either. I'm just not a card person. I like getting cards, but I don't know. Like, if I was going to do cards, I would definitely make them myself, because to go buy like a card and stuff like that, for me to spend that much money, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm not like somebody who usually sends cards. So to make them, I just always say the Frugal Crafter makes them. Go watch her. Because I can't guarantee you'll learn a goddamn thing from me. Okay, so let's start, since I already have black on here, with some black. And I'm just going to kind of go in. And it's really just kind of, we'll do the end fully black, like. And I got a request today who wants me to do I'm just going to kind of go on with lines here. Who wants me to do I can't recall if it's a mixed media piece or what it was, that she's blind and she wants it to be like tactile. Like a mixed media piece with no paint or anything, just tactile things. So I'm going to be doing that. I think that's going to be fun, actually. And go through step by step of what I'm going to do. And then maybe she can, as well do it. Because I'm thankful that she watches my videos or listens to them or whatever, but I can understand that, first of all, I talk very fast. And then second of all, I do try to do what people want me to do. You know what I mean? Like if people ask, I'm just going to go in very scatterly on here. With my brush, very lightly brushing it just so it has a little bit of black in it. Because they all do. On the lighter colors, their colors do mix. I rinse my brush. And then go in with my gold. Squirting that bad boy everywhere. That is the Distress paint that Tim Holtz sells. Now, my daughter got me a ton of it for Christmas, like every color. And then I just bought on Blitsy well, she didn't get me every color, but they had new colors out, so I just got a few more. And they're way wicked better than them stupid ass acrylic paint dabbers that I hate, that they ignore my emails over. Because they don't care. But whatever. Okay. And then I'll put another coat on once I get some white. Oh, itchy today too. I'm having a hell of a day today. I don't know. So my husband's making like one of my favorite meals. My artichoke vegan pizza with wheat dough. I got to get I have so many people I owe recipes to. I might just put them on my website and then they can just take them from there and print them. That's my husband right there gagging, coughing, whatever the hell he's doing. Just saying. All right, so I'm just going to pat and pat. Because my dryer is not, what's happening is, as you can see, it is turning into ick. Like it's blending. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this texture in it with the white, and I still have the black, around the sides, and I'm going to go to work somewhere else. And then I'm going to add, once this is dry, I'll add more gold, touch it up with the black. We got a tail. I know that sounds odd looking at that right now, but trust me, it shall work. Let's work on these eyes. Well, I'm waiting on that to dry, and then we'll do the white, the tail, finish up, and we're good. Okay, so I'm going to first go with this color, which is Blue Heaven. Ceramic coat. I'm going to shake it up. And I'm going to go in with a small brush. And I'm going to go over where my marker is. And those are the pens, and they don't bleed once they're dry fully. I'm not really worried about it because I'm really not going outside of the lines. What the heck was that on me? I feel like something flew into me. And remember, if you go a little bit in the black or out of the lines, it's okay. Everything is fixable. If you have another hair in there, there's another hair in there. It's okay. All right, so I'm starting off because I always start off light to dark. It's my rule. It's always been my rule. Everybody got their own gig. I do light to dark. You do whatever you want. And it's okay if you cover up some of that we did. Take the lid off and throw out the lid. It's okay if you cover up some of this that we're going in for the pupil, because I'm gonna move you down a little bit, because the black will of course cover that when we go to do that. Oh, that's a little bit much there, Cal. I just go back in. Now, something that I want to say, and I know I can hear you guys going, when is there any time you're quiet, you always have something to say. Haha, joke here. See? I'm so funny. But now I forgot what I was going to say because I was laughing at myself, at my joke. Because usually here when I make a joke, they just look at me. Like, really? That was supposed to be funny? I'm like, that was some good, you know, I really did it good, that one, that joke. No. You make your eyes whatever color you want. I have cats with blue eyes, with, now you see I went right on that black. I'm just going to take my paper towel or a Q-tip. Q-tips work great. Go to the dollar store and get the pointy ones. They are your best helper. Now you can see some of my black paint come off. I'm not worried because I'm going to go back in anyway. I'm just trying to get that around there. Because really, that's... Okay. And then I'm going to go over here. It's dry. Give it one more. Okay. So we got the eyes so far. How fancy of us. Now, let me... Oh, bless you, sweetie. Bless you, Spark Times. Spark Times, bless you. Let me tell you something. All things creative. I'll probably need that later. All things creative, the group that I have, we have, I don't know, like 440 some people. I don't know how many people we have. We have well over 400 people. And it is like moving over there. I mean, like, people are just posting, and we have such great things to do over there. And people are sharing their stuff. And the stuff they share, people try. And we got some really good stuff going on over there. And what I'm loving, and what I want to say to the people that are watching this, is that don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to sit down. This is just a piece of cardboard, okay? If you guys get water bottles, you know, I buy water bottles to drink out of, or we have a water filter. We get packages. I rip boxes apart. It can be any size. It could be whatever. If you use your mixed media paper, if you use your watercolor paper, if you use printer paper, it does not matter. Just sit down and sketch. You saw me sketch this. You know what I mean? Sit down and sketch. Don't be afraid. You see over here, I made a gray mess. I'm somebody who knows, don't mix certain colors together because you get a big gray mess. Or sometimes even a muddy mess, which is kind of where we're heading with that. So I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to fix it. I'm not going to worry about it. Don't do something like this. And then this happens, and then you go, oh, I ruined the whole thing. No, you didn't. You can, I'm not going to, but you could gesso over this if you wanted to once it's dry. Or go in like I'm going to go in. Don't be afraid. And don't be afraid to experiment or try things. Do you know what I mean? I mean, seeing how I did this gray, I'm going to go over this with white. And I'm going to flick some white into all these colors, because you know the hairs go everywhere. So don't be afraid, and don't worry that, you know, it's not going to be the best, or you know what I mean? Like, it's not, the point is to do it and have fun. And a lot of the people in the group are finally getting it, and they're doing our mosaics and all the challenges we have. And I got a new challenge coming up today for the week. And we just have a lot of great stuff going on. If you want to join, just, you know, put your name underneath this video. I'll put the link. The weird thing is some people can use the link and get in, and some can't. Not really sure why. But, you know, it's really, really great. But even still, the group, you know, the group or not, don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to try, and don't be afraid to share it with others, because we all see things differently, and we all like things. Do you know what I mean? Like, we all see things differently and see them in a different light than perhaps maybe you do. So, you know, it's fun. It's, you know, what's your, you know, if you love art, just go for it. Doesn't hurt anything. This is called Pintura from Apple Barrel. Not real sure. It's a blue. It's a little darker than what we got going on there. But just don't be afraid and worried that yours isn't going to be good enough. We all make mistakes. My girlfriend and I were just talking about that this morning. We all make mistakes. Now I'm just going very outline, just the very out part of the eye with this. Because cats have like funky eyes. 20 different color eyes. And I'm doing blue. And I noticed in the blue of my cat, the different colors. So this is my interpretation. And that's basically what we're doing when we're doing art, is our interpretation of something. You know? You know, I love doing, I'm going to finish my altered art box. And I'm going on, I was laughing because I've shown it 20 million times. You know, I love doing altered art, and I buy from the thrift store all kinds of bird cages. So I have like 4 of them. And I saw that Eileen had put in the group her doing a bird cage with her flowers and her leaves and whatnot and everything like that. Very nice. Very, very awesome. For me though, I'm not that kind of girl. I'm not really like a flower kind of girl kind of thing. So mine's going to be, which I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'm going to do it on camera or not, but mine's going to be a dark, creepy thing, of course, because everything I do, where is all this hair coming from? Everything I do is dark and creepy because I love dark and creepy. So mine's going to be going that way, but to see everybody's interpretation of what, you know, they like and they do and how they do it is really, really cool. Now I'm just lightly going over all of it now with this metallic blue. And I'll tell you the name in a minute. I realized I did. And again, I paint out of the lid. I shake it and then I paint out of the lid. Saves you a lot of paint. Unless I know that I have to mix or I'm going to use it for something. Like a lot of it. But I have a lot of doll heads. I have a lot of stuff I'm going to be doing. Like more darker things. Okay. Oh, I like that. That might have to have another coat, but I'm digging that. This is called Folk Art Metallic Blue Pearl. Metallic Pearl. Blue Pearl. Blue Pearl. Alright, now I'm going to rinse off my brush again. So, you know, there's art out there for everybody. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody has, like I said, Eileen took her bird cage and she made it into something very pretty. I'm taking my bird cage and I am making it into something creepy that's going to hang from my ceiling, the one bird cage. And, you know, for those who like beautiful and all that kind of thing, you know, there's that in the group. For those who like creepy things, there's that in the group. Now you just go in and paint. And if you have a black marker, a Sharpie or something, and you want to use that, by all means, use it. You don't have to paint it in. Nobody says you have to. But like I said, you know, so don't be afraid to try. There's a beautiful, I don't want to say her name because in case she gets embarrassed and I don't know her well enough yet to. I met her through my friend Angie. And she's in the group now, and I'm friends with her on Facebook, and she's been doing art, and her art is fucking awesome. And I tell her all the time, I tell her when I get to see her videos and she puts them up and everything like that. And like, I'm like, where have you been hiding yourself? You know, like where? And those are the things that I love. And like, you know, I just love people creating. I don't, you know, don't beat yourself up too much. Sometimes we all do that too much, where we just beat ourselves up so much. Just have fun doing it. And we all make mistakes, and we all make things that we're like, for real, I did that? You know what I mean? But it's okay, because there's the next project to do. And sometimes the point, and I said this to somebody in the group today, sometimes the point of doing something, the journey of doing it is so much more important than that end result, because your heart and your soul goes into something. And if you look at it at the end and you're like, oh, I don't like the way the bodies look, or I don't like the way this looks, or I don't like the way that looks, you're kind of, in a sense, not purposely, but you're disrespecting your art and the point of what you were making, because there was a point to what she was making of the picture. You know, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to disrespect the whole reason of why you do it. It isn't always that end result of this faux perfection that people want. I am so not into perfection. Y'all know that. I say it all the time. You know, so sometimes it's, you know, like I just screwed that cat's eye up a little bit there. So now I'm going to have to fix it. I'm too busy talking. But I'll fix that with black. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'll just take that extra paint off and fix it with black. Like I said, everything's fixable. I start out doing things and they never, ever, ever end up the way I see them in my head or thought that they would be. And that's okay. If I'm happy with it, you know. The point is that you're doing it. Think about all the people out there who aren't doing it. You know, because they're afraid, because theirs aren't gonna be perfect, or you know what I mean, who are afraid of that. You know, I feel bad for them. I feel sad, because you know, there's no reason for that. You should be enjoying your life and enjoying things that you're doing. It doesn't matter what the outcome is all the time. All right, I'm done. I'm done acting like I'm Tony Robbins. Okay, so I'm still avoiding this tail, as you can tell. That tail is going to be last. I'm going to go in now with the white. Except, I'm going to have to pour some of my white on my table here. And I'm probably going to pour it. Move that up there. I'm probably going to pour it down here up closer to me. Give it a shake. Just pour a little bit. I'll just show you that little bit. Oh, there goes the cat, the white blue. But that's just as much right there, that little white. Hello, little white. I'm using a fan brush. If you don't have a fan brush, don't worry. You don't need a fan brush. You can use whatever brush you have. It doesn't matter. You just want it dry. Use the biggest one you have. I'm just taking this in dry, and I'm going to put it on both sides, and then I'm going to wipe off the majority of the white. And then I'm going to kind of go in and fluff that white in. And just keep going back. And just fluff that white in. And it's going to pick up some of that texture on the cardboard, which I think is kind of cool, because it just gives the animal more texture. Now I'm just working on here right now. And you can make it darker, heavier, whatever. And I'm just sticking on the chest for now. Because you want some of that gray underneath to kind of make that white come out, if that makes sense. We know he's white. All right. So now I'm going to go into his face. And I'm just going to very lightly brush in. And like I said, you might want to just use a smaller brush Just my hands are getting kind of, and I'm not worrying about going over that black because I'm going to be putting some wisps everywhere anyway. We're just kind of adding that white and that light gray underneath is going to make it pop more, the white. And I didn't wet my brush before I went into the white paint. You can. Like I said, any brush will do. Okay, now I'm going to go, and I can clean all this up, or I could leave the little bit of white that went on the black, because you know they have hair, you know, white hair through everything. But I'm going to take this very lightly, and I'm going to hold it by the end up here. And I'm just going to kind of wisp it in. See how I'm wisping it in? And it's going into some of the black. A little bit more. Just a little bit of wispy. And we're going to put some whiskers in them too. And we'll go over that again with black. But it's just bringing that extra, like he has like, I'll probably end up doing this black up here. But I'm going to put a little white down as a little bit of extra thing. And then a little bit more up here. Just some scattered white. Doesn't matter, because I can always go over it with black if I don't like it. You know, I'm going over the pink again because it needs another coat. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my white that I've left and I'm going to come in and flick it in here a little harder. I might wet it just a bit to make it flow a little bit better. And yeah, it'll flow a little bit better there. Just flick that white in. Because he really doesn't have, I mean, he has some white, but, you know, we want to get that black and gold in there. I'm going to use my other hand because my right hand's seizing up. Do they make paintbrushes for disabled people who have problems with their hands? Or am I going to have to make me holders for my paintbrushes? I wonder. Okay. Oh, good, good, good. Okay, so now I'm going to take and rinse my brush, dry it off. I'm going to take this white paint off. Oh, I wish my heat gun was working. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I'm going to take some black. Now, you can use your markers or your crayons. It doesn't matter. You don't have to use paint. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of my black out. Kind of make it a little inky. And then kind of lightly just, yeah, flip them in a little bit. Oh, how cute. Just some hair. Yeah. Then I can go over the black parts if I think there's too much white and kind of mute it a little bit, but you still have white, if that makes sense. And I just have some of that black coming out. Maybe paint. These little hairs. That'll go in with, oh, how cute. Okay, maybe I'll do, that may not work too good coming out as hairs there. I think I'm just kind of digging there, and I'll just fix that later. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with some black off my brush here. Kind of do the same thing. Because black's going to be the main color. So I'm going to go around the tail again with more black. Stronger, but I want some black inside. There we go. And then give that some time to dry. Let me wet it a little bit more here. I don't want that to be too gray. No, it's going to be too gray for that, so we'll just leave that be. Okay, let me take off the black. Okay, now, I don't want, did my little brush fall on the floor? Did I pick up my little brush? I don't know, my little brush, hello little brush. Oh, here it is. Here's my little brush. I'm going to take some white paint, and I'm going to clean up some of the, like I'm not digging this. So I'm just going to kind of go in. And if a little of the black still shows through, it doesn't matter because it's just a tear. And I'm just going to kind of brush that in. You can use your fingers for this part too. And then right here, just going to go in where that little brush, the rake brush didn't work. And go in and cover that up. Tap, tap, tap. And then some in here. Give just some scrapes. Okay. Now I need my black. And kind of just get some of this off. And then you just go in and touch up. Around the eye. Because even if you only have a little bit of black on there and you're just covering up that black, the white rather with your black, but the white kind of still shines through, that's perfect because that's really, like I said, there is no really a rule for, let me get right here. There really is no rule for how a cat looks. And we have had many cats. I'm not liking the white. Let's see. Not digging this. So I'm just going to kind of squiggle it in. A little bit's okay, but not too much. And a little bit there. If you see too much white and you don't dig it, just go in with just a little bit of the other color. Just kind of move it around. Doesn't really matter. I'm kind of liking this over here, so. Alright, let me fix this eye. Not happy with that. There we go. Not happy with this. Okay. Alright. Now we are gonna get some black paint and to work on that tail, and we are about done. Gotta fix the nose and a few little uppy-uppies, and we are done. I'm over an hour. Maybe I should just stop and then finish this. Once I get this done here on the tail. It's so funny how fast time goes. I'm like an hour already. A little bit more black on there. See how the tail's standing out? Now we just got to get that color inside there. And I'm just going to start layering it in because like I said, I want the tail to be mostly black. I probably should get my bigger brush. I'm just painting wherever. Doesn't matter. I know I'm going to add that other color in there a little bit, but it could basically be all brown. I'll leave a little bit of, all black. I'm going to leave a little bit of the white and gray. Maybe, who knows? Maybe not. I have more. Okay. I'm cleaning and I swear it gets like all the dog hair and everything, even though I vacuum in here every week, and just gets everywhere between my hair and their hair. I think I'm going to do a tip black too. Yeah. Okay. And then just make this a little bit blacker with some squiggles. I think we're good all there. Just want to make this. Okay. So with that, now I got a lot of black left on here. I'm going to put on my other piece. Okay. I won't be boring you with my other piece, I promise. I'll do that one on my own. So y'all don't have such a long video. All right, so gonna clean off the brush. Gonna get some of this color. And go in. Probably should wait till that black's dry. Would be a better idea. But I'm just laying in that color now because I know that's where that's going. It's kind of blending, so that ain't gonna do me no good. Gotta wait till that black dries. So what I'll do is go back in with some of this. Just tap it. And blend it. And here. And here. And here. Okay. And we'll let that dry. And now I'm gonna do his little nose. Now I'll probably turn it off and finish it on my own and just post a picture when I'm done. Because it's getting long. Now comes I can outline that with a marker and make that a little bit better. And he has two lines, which I can make with the marker better and outline. Oh, I know what I could use to outline this. I'm doing this now, but I'm not going to do that. Do something else rather than get that off. That's how I erase acrylic paint off of things when I don't want it. I don't want those two there. I can use them for my other thing. Let's see if I can get those off. And just touch it up. It's nothing. Okay. I'll just have to put a little bit more pink. So for now, the eyes I'm happy with. It needs, he needs, his little light in his eyes. His little reflections. Then I can go in and just kind of clean up a bit. Not real worried. Okay. I just got to get that in there. It's still wet. Sure looks it. Come on, I just want to get you in there. And I'm being quiet now because I'm like, don't smear, don't smear. I have to give a shout out to Sigrid, my girl. She's been making videos too like crazy. Her and Eileen and I call her Anne Marie, but her name's Annie. And just, gosh, so many people in the group just really coming into their own, making great videos. And every time I go on my YouTube in the morning, there's like these great videos to watch. And Sigrid, she's been doing the flowers, and she did this thing where, which is something that I would so do. The other day, one of her videos was she was making Mod Podge with Elmer's glue, and like she didn't mix it and it poured on her thing, so she I guess it was her book or whatever she was doing it on, and so she, I don't need a real piece of hair on here. She so she just started taking like flowers and scrapbook paper and all kinds of stuff and just started gluing it on. It was hysterical because I thought that would be something I would do. But yeah, they're really all making videos, and then all our regulars who always make videos too. But it's nice to see such a community where everybody helps each other. That's what I love about it. Everybody's just so helpful. People ask a question and, you know, there's like so many people answering, and everybody has different opinions and ideas and all, which is great because, you know, you never know what's going to work for you. Now, I might be able to make these a little brighter if I do another coat, but I'm not going to really fuss with it too much. Just kind of going to do that. And then I'm going to take, oh, my back hurts. I'm going to take, where are you, my friend? My friend. My friend. My friend. Are you my friend? Where'd you go, buddy? Oh my God, that's lovely. That's called cleaning up and trying to use things and everything just kind of going. Here I am. Here's my little spider friend. Hello. Hello, little spider friend. Okay. Don't mind me. Let's see if this will work on here, or it may be dried out. Looks like it could be a little dried out. Because I use these things for everything. And I want to get, yeah, that's not going to work for me there. Where's my brush one at? That's what I need. No brush one? No brush one? Oh, is that it right there? I can't see. I'm so colorblind. It's sick. Sick. What color are you? You're black. No, he might be too much. But he is black. He is black in him. Then I can just go back in and touch it up with the pink. I'm not worried about that. And then when you use any marker that you use on any acrylic paint, always wipe off. Because then it'll make it not work anymore. And you want it to work. So you just kind of roll it on a paper towel or a piece of paper. My cats have tons of little cute little things. I don't know if I'm digging on them though. Because their puffy little things are here. Maybe I should. See, my cats have them all over their nose, all over. Maybe I should make... Alright, this is when I'm going to have to turn off because I'm going to just put these on like this and then rub them. And then paint. Because I'm going to... I think these are two. Let's see. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to gesso over those because I'm not digging them there. But that's okay. Maybe that'll just lighten them up a little bit for me. I want to lower them. You learn all my little tricks. When I screw up, I wet everything and wipe it off. Even if it's permanent, because before it dries all the way, you can get a majority of it off. Now I'll just go over that with my white paint, and I shall be okay. But I think I'm going to bring this up some too, so I should have wet that too. Alright, that's all today. I'll probably finish this on my own. And I will just show a picture when I'm done. As soon as I finish these right here on the tail. Just want them to have some spots of brightness, and then I can go over and trace it in black. Okay. Good, good, good. All right, so here we are so far. And what's going to happen next is I'm going to do, I got his cheeks. I want this to come up like that. So that's his chin. And then this is kind of where I want that to be, where I want that to be. I think I want this to come up to here. I think I want this to come up to here. I don't want this long. I might even take it up even further, honestly. Then white all that out and then keep it like that. So far, here we are. Just gotta wait for this to dry and finish up that, and we're getting there. And what I'm gonna do, which I could probably do now real quick, is, and I'll probably, I don't know if I'm gonna glue these on or I'm just gonna put them on. Probably end up gluing them on, but we'll see how they stick. Well, they don't have no glue, the glue stayed on the sheet. I don't think that's how this is supposed to work. Yeah, the glue stayed on the sheet. Anyway, what I'm going to do, which doesn't matter because I'm going to glue them, I'm going to give it a blingy collar of pink. So it'll have like a collar going like this of pink. So it's very exciting. And thank you for hanging with me for an hour and a half, because I didn't even realize it went so fast. But I'm getting there, and it's almost done. So I shall finish it on my own and then show a picture. But I'm going to do some background work on it and just clean up a few of the little things on here and do a little bit more background and, you know, kind of just make it a little bit more better. And thank you if you hung out with me and listened to me blab all this time. And give me a thumbs up if you like, you know, watching me do these things. I have a dark one coming up that I'm going to be doing, and I have some more videos coming up, and I have a giveaway coming up. So there's going to be certain words that you're going to have to watch my videos to find out. And I think this word for this video, since it's so long, is going to be rake. Rake, R-A-K-E, rake. Write it down, because there's going to be several words, and then there's going to be something that you have to do. So, with those words. So, I hope you're liking how my cat is coming along so far. This is a random act of kindness for somebody, so I am going to finish it up. I'll take a picture, put it in the group, and as always, I love you guys. You guys rock, And if you want to come join us over at All Things Creative, I'll put the link below. Or if you're on Facebook, all you have to do is hit me up on Facebook. I'll add you in. And thank you for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. I could sit here for 4 hours and do this, but I won't bore you. And be kind to each other, because you never know what battle somebody else is fighting. That's number one to remember. And also, just be you. Just be you. Be free and be you. And that is whatever kind of art you do, even on your worst days, it doesn't matter. Perfection does not have to exist. Remember that. It doesn't exist to me. And it's about the journey and doing it and what you get from it, rather than, you know, it being perfect. So if you want to be inspired and you want to meet lovely, lovely, lovely group of men and women, come over to our group, and you will love it. I guarantee it. I guarantee. So have a great day, guys. Have a great weekend. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I shall talk to you again soon. Bye, guys.